Did you know that the Ottoman Empire was once the largest and most powerful empire in the world, spanning 3 continents and controlling vast territories? Despite its immense influence, the history of the Ottomans is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, with countless untold stories of espionage, secret societies and underground cities. Hello and welcome back to Eccentric History. Today we will embark on a journey into the hidden history of the Ottoman Empire, where we'll explore the stories and legends that have been passed down through the ages. But before we start, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more engaging stuff before we get started. The history of the Ottoman Empire as a significant part of the world history. The Ottoman Empire was a powerful and influential empire that emerged in the 14th century and lasted until the aftermath of World War I. It played a significant role in world history, particularly in the areas of politics, economics and culture, since the Ottomans were known for their strong military, innovative military tactics and administrative and legal reforms. During the height of the Ottoman Empire, the Ottomans established a vast network of spies and intelligence agents to gather information about their enemies and protect their interest. The Ottoman Secret Service was one of the most effective and sophisticated intelligence networks in the world at the time. The significance of the Ottoman Empire's intelligence operations and underground cities lies in their innovation and effectiveness. The Ottomans were able to use their intelligence networks to gain valuable information about their enemies, and their underground cities provided a unique form of defense that allowed them to withstand sieges and attacks. Some prime examples of the intricate intelligence operations carried out by the Ottoman Empire are the astonishing spies, the encrypted letters and underground cities. A team of Ottoman spies known as the Astonishing Spies travelled to Europe on missions to learn more about their adversaries. To achieve their objectives, they employed a range of strategies such as code breaking, disguising themselves and holding covert meetings. The encrypted letters, on the other hand, were a form of coded communication used by the Ottoman intelligence network to ensure secure and confidential communication between agents. In addition to secret spies and coded letters, the Ottoman Empire also had a network of underground cities known as shrouded, which were used as hidden shelters and supply routes during times of war. Now let's explore each of these enthralling aspects, which combinedly made the Ottoman Empire one of the most influential world empires individually. The astonishing spies. When it comes to espionage, the Ottoman Empire was ahead of its time. Their intelligence network, known as the Astonishing Spies, was one of the most sophisticated and effective networks in the world. These spies played a vital role in gathering information about the empire's enemies and protecting its interests. They were assigned to gather intel on enemy movements, sabotage enemy operations, and negotiate alliances with other countries. Evliya Çelebi was an extraordinary figure in the Ottoman history and one of the most famous astonishing spies. He was born in Istanbul in 1611 and grew up in a family of scholars and travellers. He is best known for his Seyahatname, or Book of Travels, which chronicles his extensive travels throughout the Ottoman Empire and beyond. Çelebi travelled throughout Europe in disguise, gathering information on the various countries he visited. He was fluent in several languages and was able to blend in seamlessly with the local population. He wrote detailed reports on the politics, culture and society of the countries he visited, providing valuable insight into the Ottoman Empire's enemies. Born in the late 16th century, Karacaoğlan was another astonishing spy who grew up in a family of poets and musicians. He is known for using his talents as a musician and poet to gain access to information about the empire's enemies. Karacaoğlan travelled throughout the Ottoman Empire and beyond, using his poetry and music to gather intelligence. He would perform at gatherings and events, and while he entertained the crowd, he would also listen and gather information. His ability to blend in and charm his way into the confidence of his targets made him a valuable asset to the Ottoman intelligence network. Karacaoğlan's significance as an astonishing spy lies in his ability to use his artistic talents for espionage. He showed that intelligence gathering doesn't always have to be a high-tech affair, and that creativity and resourcefulness are just as important. Lastly, Nesuhi Bey, born in Istanbul in 1889, was a key figure in the Ottoman Empire's intelligence network. Appointed as the ambassador to Germany in 1913, his diplomatic role allowed him to collect vital information on German military movements during World War I. Nesuhi Bey's crucial intelligence during the Gallipoli campaign enabled Ottoman military leaders to effectively prepare for the Allied invasion. while his coordination of defences showcased his strategic prowess. After being acquitted of espionage charges during World War I, Nesuhi Bey continued to serve as a diplomat for the newly established Turkish Republic. He played a significant role in negotiating the Treaty of Lausanne, which secured Turkey's independence. Overall, the astonishing spies of the Ottoman Empire were integral to the empire's success. They were the eyes and ears of the empire, gathering information that could mean the difference between the victory and defeat. And their fascinating stories are a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of spies throughout history. The use of encrypted letters was a fascinating and innovative aspect of the Ottoman Empire's intelligence network. Their use of codes and ciphers to encrypt messages was a critical tool for protecting the empire's interests and gathering information about their enemies. The history and importance of encrypted letters for the Ottoman Empire cannot be overstated. The Ottomans were constantly at war with their enemies and needed a way to communicate securely and confidentially. The encrypted letters were used to pass information between agents and to communicate orders and instructions from military leaders. These encrypted letters were not only useful, but the way they were encrypted also calls for a debate on how astonishing this method was. The Ottomans used a variety of codes and ciphers to encrypt their messages. One of the most famous codes used by the Ottomans was a cipher based on the Arabic alphabet. This cipher was used to encrypt messages sent between the Ottoman Sultan and his advisors. They also used substitution ciphers, transposition ciphers, and even codes based on poetry and music. The reasons for using encrypted letters were clear. They provided a way for the Ottoman intelligence network to communicate securely and confidentially, without fear of interception or decryption by their enemies. They also allowed military leaders to pass orders and instructions to their troops without the risk of the messages falling into enemy hands. Additionally, they helped the Ottoman Empire to keep tabs on its enemies and gather information about their plans and movements. It's also important to note that with the use of encrypted letters came many challenges. For one, the codes and ciphers had to be constantly updated and changed to stay ahead of enemy codebreakers. This required a great deal of creativity and innovation on the part of the Ottoman intelligence network. It also required a significant amount of training for the agents who were tasked with encrypting and decrypting the messages. Despite these challenges, the encrypted letters were a critical tool for the Ottoman Empire's intelligence operations. Their sophisticated codes and ciphers continue to intrigue and inspire cryptographers and spy enthusiasts around the world. The underground cities. Finally, the underground cities of the Ottoman Empire are an impressive feat of engineering that's still fascinating people around the world. These cities, which were built underground, served a variety of purposes for the empire, and their history and importance are worth exploring. Dating back to the 7th century, the underground cities were established when the region known as Turkey was hit by earthquakes that destroyed many buildings. In response to these disasters, the people of the region began digging around shelters to protect themselves from future earthquakes. Later, during times of war, these underground shelters became a place of refuge for soldiers and civilians alike. These underground cities served one obvious function: to offer refuge to individuals in perilous situations. They had living rooms, kitchens, water wells and ventilation systems because they were designed to be self-sufficient. It was simpler for people to move about surreptitiously since many of them were connected to another by a network of tunnels. Moreover, these cities were crucial to the Ottoman Empire as they gave soldiers a place to withdraw and recuperate during times of conflict. They also provided a place to shelter from enemy attacks and place to keep food and supplies for extended periods of time. Additionally, the tunnels that connected these cities made it simpler for Ottoman forces to sneak about and carry out surprise attacks on their adversaries. One of the most impressive underground cities is Derinkuyu, located in modern-day Turkey. This city had as many as 18 levels and could accommodate up to 20,000 people. It included living quarters, stables, kitchens, and even a church. Another impressive underground city is Keymakli, which had a ventilation system that circulated air from the surface down to the deepest levels of the city. The construction of these underground cities was not without its challenges. The lack of sunlight and fresh air made living conditions difficult, and the threat of collapse was always present. However, the Ottoman Empire's engineers were able to overcome these challenges through innovation and creative problem solving. In a nutshell, the hidden history of the Ottoman Empire is a fascinating and intriguing story of civilization that left a lasting impact on the world. The Ottoman Empire's use of espionage, encryption and underground cities were ahead of their time, and their engineering feats were impressive and innovative. thus making the Ottoman Empire a complex and influential empire that had a significant impact on world history. We hope you enjoyed this thrilling journey into the hidden history of the Ottoman Empire, and if you did, like, share and subscribe for more amazing content.